With the new Doctor Strange movie coming out, obviously the question on everyone's mind is what's it like when he bangs? That's how we find out what kind of hero he really is, and how generous too. Thankfully, he's in the Avengers vs. X-Men Triple X, which should be called the Avengers vs. Triple X-Men. No need to wait forever for the X-Men to join the MCU here. This is an Axel Braun parody, who also did the Batman parody and Justice League parodies. Ain't got time for separate comic book universes, it's all the same here. Because in porn, there's only two universes, Axel Braun and Wood Rocket. As for the plot of this 2015 film, I don't know, either the Avengers and the X-Men bang each other or have a sex-off, not really sure. All you need to know is Doctor Strange is played by Jack Vegas, and with titles in his filmography like He Won't Wake Up, I Promise, Scream All You Want, and Stockholm Syndrome, it makes me wonder, the hell is going on in these movies? It sounds like whoever those are about needs a superhero fast. I might as well have watched that sequel to 365 Days, which, yeah, I should get to that. Once they're done at the funeral, of course, because every superhero porn parody should open at a funeral.
We are gathered here today to pay tribute to our fallen dead.
Spoiler alert, someone died. The porn star names really do set the mood, as it mostly seems like they're not the names of the actors, but the alter egos of the heroes. Jason Matrix, Skin Diamond, Lexington Steel. Sorry, I'm talking over the funeral. Doctor Strange is here to read the list of those who have fallen in some kind of battle. I guess with the X-Men?
Thor. Iron Man.
How did they die? Did you see the previous Axel Braun Avengers parody? No, we just couldn't find their outfits at the costume shop, so we wrote them out of the movie. Sure, this may seem sad, but I'm positive that once the title screen comes in, it'll perk things right up with an exciting explosion.
I should have been there.
Clint would have wanted you to survive.
All this sobbing over the morose-ass title screen has really put me in the mood. Well, it put someone in the mood, I guess.
Storm doesn't have any problem expressing herself.
Well, can she do it outside? She's making the second floor a little too wet. Apparently the X-Men are no more, but a few of them still meet up in the morning for their daily yoga workout. Not enough is said about the bedrooms at Xavier School. Really, they all have a very nice bed and breakfast set up. But according to them, Professor X would have wanted them to continue, which means that Havoc and Kitty Pryde must have sex to start making some mutant babies. But meanwhile, in the Asylum mockbuster of the movie, times are tough for the Avengers too.
Both the Avengers teams have been impacted. The smart thing might be to fold the West Coast team into the New York team.
You expect to sell any war bonds sounding that disinterested? Hell, everyone seems tired.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. I drifted.
Jesus, why is everyone acting like they're in something called Stockholm Syndrome? This looks like I'm watching both an Avengers movie and a review for an Avengers movie. Don't worry about looking at the screens, we'll put in those effects later. Other than that, it feels authentic.
Do you think Dr. Doom and Galactus give a fuck about how much time we need to prepare?
Mickey Mouse would prefer if Nick Fury not say that word, and if Captain America was less tantrumy.
Go to hell, sir.
Just like when he defeated Hitler by giving him a stern middle finger. My favorite part is when characters turn up so fast they scare the shit out of you.
But it's not.
Ha! What the hell, Magneto? Stop doing that! You made me spill my coffee! Here he looks like he could play Magneto or old Wolverine, depending on which way they go with the script. He's talking to Polaris, but really, in movies like this, everyone is Psylocke in X-Men Apocalypse, or Adam from the 1997 Justice League TV movie, complete with multiple twists.
I was told that you might be my father.
Crap. crap. That means we won't get a sex scene later, damn it. Move on to Captain America bummering in peace till Felicia Silverstone comes in to check on him.
He had no right to talk to you like that. Sometimes it's like the war never ended.
Yes, and the first casualty was your personality. Who the hell is this? Oh, it's Mockingbird. Okay, and Penny Pax is the name of the actor and not the character. I got this. It's here she realizes she's not on a ski slope and takes her glasses off. Let's take a commercial break so he can have a cigarette or something. There's only a little time left to pick up our limited edition Bat Pussy shirt over on our bonfire page. Designed by Shaun Millington, click on the link in the description and in the comments to get yours today. Looking at the footage, I need to go easier on the Avengers vs. X-Men. It is at least better than this film. We now return to the plot, basically in progress.
Fucking Magneto wants to lead the X-Men.
It's freaking Magneto. Think of the kids who are watching. I don't know who this is, so I actually am gonna guess Psylocke. I'm 95% sure. Ooh, they're visiting a superhero strip club, where they fill the strippers' G-strings with vials of plutonium. And it's amateur small talk night.
I can't believe there is a superhero bar.
Yeah, I decided to get one back in the days when I hung up my cape, you know.
You mean that ridiculous polyester yellow suit you were wearing this morning used to have a cape?
Those lines roll off the tongue quicker than Captain America's spunk. Damn, everyone is here. Homelander, is that you? And Aeon Flux? These cameos are out of control. This place is like going to a laundromat that celebrities go to. Look at the autographs they've given the bar owners in the background. Now it's gonna turn into a classic barroom brawl film. Which villain is gonna come bursting through the door?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are all prisoners of the Purple Man.
You want another second to think about that? You sound like you're not even sure of your own name yourself. He is here looking for Daredevil. Obviously, a strip club seems like the kind of place Daredevil would want to frequent. But we are finally getting to some top-notch effects in this $200 million blockbuster.
Kill him.
That tickles.
Good lord, the Albert Pyun Captain America movie was far more impressive. I mean, sure, they could show some fighting. But let's not.
Wow, that was a crazy battle we just had in the strip club. I mean, take our word for it. It was really quite the spectacle, in 3D too.
At least it is incorporating the classic lines from the comics and getting in touch with their inner comic book guy.
Worst villain ever.
Well, I mean, worse than what they did to Taskmaster and Black Widow? I doubt that. With Luke Cage here, though, it's finally incorporated the Axel Braun Netflix streaming pornos.
Yeah, I had to fight that asshole before. He made me turn on Iron Fist.
That's okay. The TV critics also turned on Iron Fist. Whereas these characters are just turned on.
Kicking ass makes me incredibly horny.
Thank God. So far in this, they've only been turned on by funerals and depression. I know it sounds weird, but it's all in the comics, people. And when we come back, post-sex small talk.
And now it's time for Lloyd's Out of Context 911 Lone Star Clip of the Week.
But it's not, because I do not have a thing with clowns.
Are you sure about that, Sonny boy?
Oh, who doesn't love clown doctors?
Now that we're back, I did promise you post-sex small talk. They are racing towards this climax.
Is there something you have to tell me?
Apparently not. We've got to get to Captain America again, being thrilled.
No offense, Doc, but I'm more confused now than I was before you explained.
Avengers, assemble or something.
Who is this guy? The actor is Josh Rivers, who hasn't been in much. This was his last movie, but at least he got to complete his Captain America arc after the previous Avengers porno he was in. Everyone here looks as bored as the random security guard in the background.
So they're just as good as dead. That's comforting.
Great, thank you, movie. Why yes, I would like to jump out the window. Our hero's boredom is depressing me.
Get some humor in here. Holy shit, it's Spider-Man!
Well, I still hate that you fucked Miss Marvel.
Meanwhile, in a soap opera, though this has tied everything in, Spider-Man is still played by Xander Corvus, who played him in that other parody I did years ago and retitled Spankerman. And there is no reason for him to be in this. This is his only scene.
Magneto's gonna be taking Xavier's spot. And the Avengers are gonna go to war with the X-Men.
I mean, that's what the title promised. Better get to it quick. There's only 18 minutes of the movie left. Or just dedicate more time to intense discussing of plans action.
I say hold. And keep holding.
Excuse me?
It's bad timing.
Oh yeah, you seem like an expert on timing. Thank God there is one thing in this porno that'll make the action extra throbbing.
I faced a man named Hitler, Colonel. I think I have some idea.
A Hitler reference! We've got Magneto here to class up the joint. He's played by Tom Byron, who's been in the business since the early 80s. No, he wasn't in Beaver and Buttface, but he was in Beaver and Butt Cheeks and Butthead and Beaver. But now I have to ask, what the hell, there's more than one Beavis and Butthead porno? I think my favorite ongoing thing here is people still randomly showing up in scenes.
But I'm confident you can feel it.
Well,
Hey, showing up out of nowhere in scenes is my move. I still don't really know why the X-Men and the Avengers are fighting. I'm just assuming it has something to do with when Fox was negotiating with Disney. But in terms of the story, the negotiating comes in the form of sex.
Whatever it is I can do to convince you, I will.
Hurry! The movie only has seconds left to live!
This is our school. We fight!
Time for you to decide what is right.
Ooh, didn't quite make it. That's the end. On the one hand, why even go all in on having a plot if you're not actually gonna finish it? On the other, well, maybe there's a part 2 I'm not aware of. It's listed as the same running time that I got. The same thing happened in the Justice League one. Say what you will about Wood Rocket, but I feel they tell all the story that could possibly be told in their films. Here it's a movie called The Avengers vs. X-Men, where the Avengers never fight the X-Men. But at least they hang out in a strip club and then drive home afterwards. Yes, I know people are just watching for the sex, but surely I'm not the only person who's actually made it to the end of the movie. I'm probably like the 3rd or the 4th. Oh well, I'm sure next week we'll get into a much better X-Men movie, even if we have to set the place on fire. No, I'm not going to be watching a movie about Pyro. It's Firestarter, of course. A movie that I'm assuming has actual fire starting in it, so that's a step up.
I'd like to tell you, if you all cooperate, nobody will get hurt.